Hi, happy Saturday. Welcome back to Cooking with Mum. Today I'm going to teach you how to make Lola's es-stewt. For those who don't know, Lola is the most amazing woman in our lives. She took care of my sister and I when we were very little. Then she took care of my sister's kids and she's been with the family for over 50 years and she's an incredible cook. And she makes this amazing es-stewt, also known as stew. Anyway, so this is what you're going to need. You can get any kind of beef for stewing. In this case, I'm using a short rib because it's delicious. You need 1 large onion, some big tomatoes, and bay leaf. And that's all you need. You don't need anything else. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to salt the short rib really, really well. Okay, put lots and lots of salt on it. Right? And then you're going to brown it in a Dutch oven with a little bit of olive oil. Okay? You want to get it nice and brown before you add the rest of the ingredients. Okay, so pop some oil in your Dutch oven and then put the meat in and just brown it off. Okay, so you want to get your oil nice and hot. And then you take your meat. You may have to do this in batches. That's fine. You're literally just browning the meat. You don't want to overcrowd it, otherwise it won't cook properly. So yeah, so you should probably do it in batches. Right? And while that's cooking, you're going to cut up your onions and your tomatoes. So while your meat is browning, you just want to chop up an onion. I actually used a large onion and a smaller one, and then I had about 6 beefsteak tomatoes. You just chop them up roughly, just like that. Okay, so once you've browned all your meat, it should look something like that. You turn your pot down to medium and you just put all the meat back inside the pot. And try not to burn yourself. And then you take your onions and your tomatoes and you put those inside the pot as well. Okay, so onions. Give everything a good stir. And then you put your tomatoes in. The tomatoes is what is going to create the broth of the dish. So just give it a little bit of a stir. And then pop the lid on and come back and check it in about 5 minutes. Oh, I almost forgot. You should have to put your bay leaf in. So I'm using some fresh bay leaves and then I'm also using a couple of dried ones. It just gives it that really nice aromatic taste, and bay leaves are great when you're making any kind of stew or soup. And then we just have to remember to take them out when you're done cooking. Okay, so pop the lid back on and come back and check it in 5 minutes. So after about 5 minutes, just come back and give it another stir. What you want to do is you want the tomatoes to start to break down a little bit and release all of their juices. So the whole process takes about 10 to 15 minutes, but just keep stirring it so that everything marries each other in yumminess. It smells absolutely divine. Top. Okay. And then just pop the lid back on. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes. Well, it's actually been about 7, but it's fine. You'll start to see that you're getting quite a nice sauce base, which is exactly what you want, right? You currently have the temperature at medium, and then what you want to do is just turn it down to low, right? Put the cover back on, and then you're going to cook this for 3 hours. Now, some people like to do this part and then just bung it in the oven, but I prefer doing it on the stove. And anyway, this is how Lola does it, and it's Lola's es-stewt, so we're doing it Lola's way. Now, if for whatever reason, if you don't have enough tomatoes and you don't feel you have enough sauce in there, you can throw in a little bit of bone broth if you want to, but you don't have to worry about that now. I would wait until you're into like hour 1. And then when you get to hour 2.5, you can also throw in a couple cups of red wine, which will give it that really yummy, rich taste. But you're not 21, so you can't have any wine. Oh dear, what a pity. But yeah, so that's all you have to do, my love. Now all you have to do is love it and leave it. What I do like to do give it a little bit of a taste. Don't add any salt or anything yet. It's definitely going to need some seasoning, but you really want to wait until everything has broken down completely, and then you can season it better, because just trust me, that's how you do it. All right, give it one more stir. I've made enough for an army. By the way, this es-stewt tastes best the next day. Okay, and that's it. Put the cover on, let it cook for 3 hours. Check on it like every 30 minutes, and then season as you go along. This is exciting, isn't it? Oh, and then as a side, I'm gonna make mashed potatoes. Obviously you can serve it with rice, but I think mashed potatoes goes really well with this. And seeing as it is so fucking cold today, this is the perfect comfort food dinner. And it's super easy. Just tomatoes, onions, beef, bay leaf. That's it. That's it. It's super easy. Oh, and of course a Dutch oven. All right, we'll be checking in. I'll be back in 30 minutes and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, so it's been about 30 minutes, and as you can see, it looks like a soup. Don't fret, because it's going to become thicker the longer you cook it. But now is the time when you have to season it, so you need to taste it. Definitely needs salt. So, you know, just add salt with your heart. You know what I'm saying? Do it with love, with your heart. And then just keep tasting it until you feel that it's to your liking. Okay, just give it a quick taste. Oh my God. It's perfect. All right, bung the lid back on and come back and check it again in half an hour. Again, you've got to cook this for like a good three hours. You basically want the meat to just melt in your mouth and dissolve into just delicious yumminess. Right? Okay, we'll be back. Okay, so we're about 2 hours in, and you can see that a lot of the sauce has now evaporated. You want to make sure that you always have enough sauce in here, okay? But it's looking great. And it tastes amazing. So now, I'm just gonna put my red wine in now. You can use any kind of red wine if you can find some to get some. I've got about 2 cups here. So I'm just going to pour that in. Oh yeah. And as you cook it, the alcohol will dissolve, so you won't get drunk when you eat the stew. Okay, it's looking amazing. It's thickening up. It smells incredible. Oh my God, yum. Keep cooking. Okay, so we are now at like hour 2.5, around about that time. So you can go in and do a little taste test. Right? Oh yeah, that's what you want. You want it to like literally break apart. I already know it's not ready yet, but it is so good. So my sauce is drying up a little bit, not too much, but oh my God, it's so good. My burner cooks high even though it's on low, so I really need to watch it. I'm going to put a teeny tiny bit of bone broth in, just a tiny bit. I probably have like another 45 minutes to go, I reckon. And then we should be golden. So just a little bit of bone broth. Not too much, just a little bit. I mean, it's just so rich and just so yummy. Anyway, so at this time, when you need to start thinking about your mashed potatoes. So we're going to do those next. Okay, so with your mashed potatoes, you want to cut up your potatoes, and then put the potatoes in a bowl of cold water so that it can release all of that starch. And then you want to put them in a pot with cold water, not with boiling water. It has to be cold. I don't know why that is. It's just the law. And then salt your water. And then just bring the spuds up to a boil, and you boil them until they are tender. You can smash them up. Okay, so I'm probably about 2 hours and 45 minutes, and my stew is ready. It's like a nice thick consistency, as you can see. Can you see that? It's nice and thick, and it has a little bit of sauce. It has enough sauce, and you are golden. You are good to go. And then with the mashed potatoes, I mean, it's self-evident, right? You boil the potatoes until they're super soft, drain them, and then you put them back in the pot with some salted butter and some milk, mash it all up. And don't ask me why, but this works. If you squeeze a lime in the mashed potatoes, I don't even know how that works, but it does, but it just adds an incredible flavor. Donya taught me that trick, and it really, really works. And then you put the mashed potatoes on a plate and your stew on top, cut up some parsley, and Bob's your uncle. You have a delicious, delicious, comforting Lola stew dinner. Enjoy, my love. I love you so much. Okay. You're welcome. So here we have it, guys. Lola's es-stewt with mashed potatoes. Oh my God, it's just divine. I mean, the meat just literally melts in your mouth. It's so good. I mean, it's so good. You know what the best part is that tomorrow, this is gonna taste even more delicious. So there you have it. Lola's es-stewt with mashed potatoes. Enjoy. Love you. Bye.